This video should summarise what it's like living with bike engine cars. They are so funny, they make you laugh, they make you smile, the noise, the sequential shift, the entertainment for about half an hour. Anything more than that, you're kind of having enough and you want to get out. But what can I say? This thing has made me laugh so much. I don't think there's a car on this channel I've ever laughed so much whilst being in.
It's actually quite quick. I've never had this much grip in it before.
Quite quick to be fair. Now this thing is wild. I can't believe how small it is. I'm 5'10" on a good day and I'm significantly taller than it. And to get two people in there whilst driving around on the roads is going to be a tight squeeze. And this is the magic area. Again, hidden under this pickup bed, this is a Yamaha FJ1200. So what they've done is, they've basically used the original engine cradle off the bike, mounted it to the ladder chassis of the K-truck, and then they've basically worked outwards from there. So this little box here is kind of factory bike. So as you see, Yamaha clutch lever, the arm would go off here. They've made a little bracket to hold the cable on. So as you press the clutch pedal, it pulls the lever, gives you the clutch. Factory throttle cable. And then if you look down in this area, you can see the factory prop shaft, which then goes off down this way to the rear differential, but then bolts to the chain driven around this area. So I've managed to slide under. And as you can see, all the cradle of the bike is still there. You can see the adapter plate for the prop shaft. You can see where it goes to the prop. And it just makes this super, super simple. And if I just pan down, that there is the original frame that the bike engine came in. God, it's not very spacious, is it?
No. And like the crumple zone is your knees.
God, yeah. Do you know what? It's been so long since I've been in one. It's already entertaining. It's just
is that what you call it? Is it?
I just love it.
You're walking on.
Funny.
I'm not sure that's going to save your life.
No, it's not. I just can't believe how much little space there is in here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how little grip we've got. First gear is a total waste of time. Second gear is better.
Yeah, this is what the light bike engines, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
For us, you kind of create this is like just tick over.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you think you're revving the nuts off it,
yeah,
but you're not.
But that's being car guys, not bike guys.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not the weather to be going out in this thing, is it?
There's never any weather to be going out in this thing, to be honest, but no, you're absolutely right. We do have a closed road here, which is quite good.
Nothing beats the sound, does it? Nothing beats the sound of these things. Wow!
Gripping, which is a problem because we're actually doing real speeds now, which you don't want to do in this. It's a lunchbox, for God's sake.
It is no use to ornament, as you say.
So bloody stupid. So stupid.
Oh my God, it's fun, this thing.
Yeah, for 5 minutes it's just getting shaking. Yeah. Like, park that back up, we're done now. But you do have to think about it because you don't have reverse. You gotta
you've got to make sure you get around.
It goes round on the front wheel, so now we got to push it.
Now we got to push it.
Fight check
Josh
engine
is
problems.
fighting it.
Exactly. So,
Oh, that's bloody brilliant. Well, we've had to push the thing. Oh, love it.
yeah, because of my poor driving skills.
But the lock diff, innit? That's the lock, the welding diff.
Yeah.
You haven't got the turning circle, have you?
No, you ain't got to turn
You've
the
got to
circle.
throw it round.
Yeah, exactly. But if you get it wrong and then you try and drop it, you'll push on.
She'll put, yeah.
Because it's wet,
yeah.
so there's no
Get it.
grip today either. So.
And this is, for me, is you don't need 1,000,000 horsepower to have some fun.
No, exactly.
This is 150 horsepower and stupidness.
Quite quick. I've never had this much grip in it before.
Quite quick to be fair.
Well, we're 2 up and I got a full tank of fuel. I've never had this much grip. Yeah, I've never had this much grip.
It is that 10 minutes of entertainment in it. I love it. Brilliant.
And then you just park up and
That's
go,
it. Yeah,
thank God I didn't die. Let's go home.
Hey! First time driver.
Too much wheel speed in first.
So for me, who's not a JDM expert,
Yep.
what's classed as a K truck?
So a K truck is obviously a truck version of a K car, but basically what they're designed for is in Japan, for the cities, they have a certain maximum requirement on size.
Okay.
Yeah, engine size, but also body size. So they have to be a certain length and width maximum is all they're allowed. So they have to obviously fit them in small little packages. And then normally they run 660cc engines maximum.
So the K truck, so basically there can be multiple manufacturers.
Yep.
But the overall group of size, shape, and everything is classed as a K truck or K car type thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So carry on from there then.
Yeah.
So this is the K truck. You bought the K truck, or you're trying to find.
Yeah, I was trying to find one, but they're really expensive. Like a lot of the cool ones that come in from Japan with the body kits on and stuff, like they're like 10 grand. You know, like they're really expensive. And then in the UK, they're rubbish. But to be fair, like Daihatsu, which this is a Daihatsu. They also are the same as the Piaggio Porter and the Bedford Rascal, which is the same truck. So they were just rebranded, a bit like a collaboration. But they were sold in the UK. So when I was looking around, like I say, they're either really rusty as well, they're really bad. But I managed to find this one, and the advert popped up, and it was rubbish. It was blue, it had an aluminium checker plate bed on the back, and I was like, it was in my price range, it was really cheap, but I was like, that just looks naff. And I didn't take any notice of the advert. And then we were at an event coming back, and we were sat at McDonald's tired, and my mate said to me, have you seen this K truck, this blue one? And I was like, yeah, I've seen that, mate, but it looks rubbish, it's not really what I'm looking for. He said, yeah, but did you see the engine in it? And I was like, no. So I quickly went on, I looked, scanned through bike engine. I was like, well, I need to buy that straight away. So I literally just messaged the guy. I was like 9 o'clock at night going, like, I'm buying it. Like,
Right, okay.
just send me the details, I'm buying it.
Was it everything you thought it was going to be when it first arrived? Was you happy with your purchase?
Yes, it was an absolute animal of a thing, which you'll see is an absolute weapon. It is useless for anything, but it didn't look very cool. So I was a bit annoyed at how it looked. And I had like the blue body work and stuff, and I was trying to make it look kind of cool by doing this is a, what do you call it, a retrofit, because this is the older front end on the newer truck.
Okay.
The Daihatsu Hi-Jet, when it comes in, it has the lights come out, and they look like a pair of breasts. When you look on the side, it's really ugly. So that immediately had to come off, and I had to put the old school front end, which is much more JDM on it, to make it look cool. And then my decision was to go into like full body kit and make it look like really JDM. And I had a couple of people who were ready to build a body kit for it. Chris, who's a great friend of mine, great painter, was going to paint it all nice. But then driving it now and again, I realized probably making it a show truck is not a good idea, because it's an absolute death machine, and it's going to be crashed, which it has. And so it's like, there's no point in making it really nice, because it's just going to be destroyed. So, if you make a nice body kit on it, you won't be able to do the things I can do with it if it's nice. So I decided to just go more of like the drift look. So let's just bolt stuff to it and just make it look wild. And then if you hit anything, it's 50p to replace. So that's why it looks a little bit rough and ready, but we can, if someone can drift it, I'm not a drifter, but if someone can drift it like my Boss Axle or something, might be able to get on someone's door for one little clip, but if they bash it or whatever, it doesn't matter.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. I'm going to guess they've put a prop shaft from the end of the sprocket to the rear, to the diff?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I tell you now, it's the easiest conversion ever. So like, I bought it was all done. But basically what they've done is, obviously it's a ladder chassis.
Yes.
It's 2 straight chassis legs. They've welded across some square bar, and then they've used the frame, the engine frame from the motorcycle. And
so that's under the bed?
Yes. So that it's not the whole frame, but the engine frame. They've obviously taken away everything that's not needed and then used the engine frame to put it in. So actually it's still on the original bike engine mounts, everything. So if I want to swap the engine, it's just 2 bolts, it drops out everything.
Wow.
And then what they've done is put a 4-bolt flange onto what would have been the sprocket. So it's just a 4-bolt sprocket, and then the original prop shaft to the original rear end.
Makes it very, very simple.
Very, very simple, which everyone asks me, like, they want to do it. And I say to them, it's really easy to do, but I genuinely mean it's not a good idea. Don't do it. Genuinely, like, I've had this now for about 2 or 3 years, and I would take the standard engine in this now over that.
Again, I half know the reasons, because I say I've done a lot with bike engine cars.
Yeah.
What's the reason why?
Because this is useless. You can't do anything with it. It's absolutely terrifying to drive. It's got no grip whatsoever, and it's just unusable. It's got no reverse for a start, things like that. So it's just an absolute pain in the backside. If it had the original engine in, we could make it look cool like this, and actually we could just go to McDonald's drive-through now. Yeah.
Yes.
You wouldn't, because you'd probably die on the way now. Yeah. So you'd never get to McDonald's.
It's always been the same. When we've done these bike engines, they're always a good idea. And when people post up about bike engine conversions, I always tell people, don't go near them. Yeah. They're awful. For the first 10 minutes of the bang, bang, bang through the gears, the revs, you're smiling from ear to ear. Yeah. After that first hour goes, you start hating it, because you realise how bad it is. It's so loud it pierces your ears. Yeah. You can't drive long distances in it, because the engine feels like it's going to explode, because you're at humongous RPM.
I know.
Yeah. And it's moving too much weight, technically. Unless they're really, really, really light, then they're all right. What does this weigh?
So, from factory, I think roughly, and this is a little bit of a guess, I have looked up, but I forgot, but I think they're around 700 kilos, something like that, with the original engine. And this being a UK model, it came with a 1.3, not the 660. So it had a 1.3, and I think it was a 4 or 5-speed box, so big normal car stuff. So now we just got a little bike engine and a bike gearbox, like, you strip so much weight out. So it's probably around 550. Okay. 550
so it should
kilo.
Be still all right, because I've driven, like I said, the last one I think I went on track was a Shisento with the 900 as the XR9. And it was all right, it went quite well. So imagine, but again, I suppose you've got a light back end as well.
The problem is there's no weight over
the back.
Yeah, it's not like a car, so there's nothing over the rear end. So yeah, I mean, they drift them with the standard 660 or the 1.3. They're great for drifting with them. Now you add, the stock, they come with, I think it's 45 horsepower. Right. Now we've got 150. So we've tripled the horsepower and dropped
loads of weight.
Loads of weight out of it, and nothing over the rear end. So yeah, I mean, it's on Zestino semi-slick tyres now, which are 225, I think they are, 215. And it's still 5th gear. You can be in it 5th gear, going along, saying doing 20, 30 miles an hour, you put your foot down and she just lights up.
This thing is super cool, super funny, and I don't think I've ever laughed so much in any car on this channel than this one. So I'll sign this one off, guys. I really enjoyed that. I'll see you all on the next video.